talk about it. Let's kick it for a second. I want to discuss a few things. We're talking about the military. Do you think they should have any type of education requirements whatsoever? Because I don't really think so. Also, we're discussing a church. Do you think churches should be able to have homeless people live there, like actually stay overnight? I would think so, but we'll talk about it. And also these Ring doorbells, if you have one, do you know that they can actually give the footage to the police at any time? Well, they used to, now they're gonna stop, but do you think they should have stopped? We're gonna talk about all that, music, movies, sports, and more. That's coming up, baby. You kicking it with KC. Let's go. Yeah, man. Popular topics that may or may not be talked about in the news with yours truly, KC, MC. These first couple stories, these only stories is coming from apnews.com, the Associated Press. Well, this first one, actually, let me take it back because we don't want to talk about that right now. We want to get into this first topic, to be honest with you, about the military. In a rare move, the U.S. Navy is opening its enlistment to individuals without high school credentials for the first time since the year 2000. The decision follows a move in December 2022 to bring in recruits with very low scores on the Armed Services Qualification Test. The Navy's Chief of Personnel, Vice Administration, Rick Cheeseman, mentioned that thousands of people without an education credential express interest in joining the Navy every year, and this step aims to tap into that pool. The move comes after the military services facing enlistment challenges exacerbated by the pandemic seek ways to attract candidates meeting physical, mental, and moral standards. Do you understand what I'm saying? The military is not enlisting people like they used to, is what they're saying. And they're having multiple issues with that, specifically with Gen Z. They even going as far as saying only 71% of the Gen Z population is qualified. No, I'm sorry, 24%. 71% is not qualified. 71% of Gen Zers are not qualified to be in the military. They say it's because of physical requirements, obesity, mental stage, drug use. They not even qualifying. They're talking about people born between 1997 and 2012. That's Gen Z. And this is coming from the military government website. Why do you even need a GED or diploma to go to the military? That's my main thing. That's what I'm asking. I don't even think it should be required. To go to the military, they talking about it's people that want to come. Think about it. Do you want to go to the military? If you're watching this, probably don't, more than likely. You want to just sit back and watch YouTube video. It's people that really want to go, and they're saying, nah, you can't go. You need a high school diploma. Man, what? This is why it makes sense that they're opening it up. They're realizing, oh, it's kind of dumb that we even need a high school diploma or a GED. Come over here and just pass this test. Now, there is still a test that they got to take to get in there, to qualify, I should say, the Armed Services Qualification Test. But they even lowered the requirements for there. And some branches of the military said, we don't even care if you pass it. You can still get in here. Why do they need any of that? If people want to come, I don't care if they're not physically fit. Take everybody if they want to come. And then put the people that you feel like are the laziest and like not physically fit, put them in the front, man. And then let the trained people come afterwards and kind of get them when the enemy is tired. That's what I would think, right? Because people like me, I don't want to go to the military. So you can take those people. I feel like the only thing you should be testing people for, making sure they're not super insane, if they're going to be doing something to the friendly fire or to their fellow armed service military soldiers, and make sure they're not a spy. Make sure they're not working for another government or something like that. Other than that, let these people in if they want to join the military. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Oh yeah, by the way, I did have this information I wanted to show you in regards to it. We was talking about it. Gen Zers just not qualified to join the military, man. Y'all out of shape. You using drugs. They don't want you in there. But I say go. I say join the military. You should be in there. That's just according to this source right here. But let me know what you think again. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. We're moving on to a whole nother topic, though. I do want to talk about this whole situation with this pastor. It's coming from the Associated Press, too, man. An Ohio church, Dad's Place, has filed a federal lawsuit against the city after its pastor faced charges for allegedly violating city ordinances. Pastor Chris Avell was charged over claims that the church's sanctuary opened around the clock for homeless people, violated zoning ordinances, and lacked proper facilities. The church contends that the city is creating a problem and harassing them with accusations of zoning violations. The lawsuit seeks federal intervention to protect constitutional rights related to religious freedom and prevent the city from enforcing restrictive ordinances. The case highlights tensions between religious organizations and local regulations regarding the provision of services in vulnerable populations. This is a small town in Ohio, Bryan, Ohio, by the way. The church is called Dad's Place. I'll pull it up for you. This is their Facebook, Dad's Place. So it seems like a real small church or whatever the case may be. And overall, they're just letting the homeless come in there and stay. Now, I can't necessarily fault them for that. Now, if it was my church, I might feel a little uncomfortable. I'm going to be 1,000 with you. But other than that, I'm not really tripping because what's the purpose of the church, right? The purpose of the church, community outreach, fellowship, service to the community, service to other spiritual, moral guidance. What's wrong with the homeless coming in? They probably are lost with all of that at this point in their life, and they probably need it. So I'm not mad at the church making a place for the homeless. Now the city, are they picking on the church? I think that's a stretch to say that they're picking on. Now if the city or certain people in the city have a grudge with certain people in the church, maybe so. But other than that, I don't think the city is picking on the church. Now they're saying that it was all types of violations, people drinking and loud noise in that area. Listen, I'll just take the overall concept. Should churches be open to having homeless people come in there, stay, at least until they get on their feet? I say yes, especially if homeless shelters are overran with people. Bring them to the church. That's the purpose of the church. And matter of fact, everybody gives so much money to the church all the time, all these tithes, 10% of your money every single week for the rest of your life. But how often can you go to the church if you short on your bills, you ain't got no gas, you need help with your rent, etc., etc.? How often are the church coming through for you if you didn't put this insurance on them after all this time? Well, they're going to have a little church dinner for you every now and then that you still got to pay for? Help the people out. I think the overall concept of the church helping out the homeless is a good idea. I don't think they should be in trouble for this, man. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. This last topic, we really just discussing the situation with the Ring camera, man. The Ring doorbell. In case you don't know, Amazon owns Ring. And they're discontinuing the request for assistance tool, which allows police departments to request doorbell camera footage from users through Ring's Neighbors app. This move comes after facing criticism from privacy advocates who raised concerns about the potential misuse and surveillance implications. Ring did not specify the reason for this change, and it is effective immediately. The decision is part of a series of restrictions Ring has imposed on police activities on the Neighbors app, aiming to address privacy concerns and promote transparency. Users can still report suspicious activities, but the platform will no longer facilitate casual or warrantless police requests for footage. Now, first and foremost, while it may seem like Ring is in your best interest, they don't want to just give up the footage from your home's Ring camera to the police without you knowing. Even though they say that, they still do that. Depending on the nature of the crime, the footage from your Ring camera will be sent to the police without you even knowing it. You'll look on the news and see this Ring camera footage, and it could possibly be your house, and you ain't getting permission. So that's still happening regardless, but they're just saying, I think this is just to let the public know, or just for public relations, hey, Ring cares about your privacy, so we're no longer letting the police just get them. It's actually saying we're not allowing them to ask for it. They're still going to give it to them in certain situations. But here's the thing about Ring. They don't really care about your privacy, if we're being honest. There were allegations of the employees watching people's Ring door cameras. We see it all on the internet in certain cases. Matter of fact, Ring just settled they had to pay out almost $6 million as a refund to some of their customers for misuse of the videos. So Ring don't give a damn about your privacy, bro. They really just saying this for public relations. That's what I was saying, because they have accusations of, not even accusations, situations where hackers were hacking into people's Ring camera, talking to them. It's connected through Wi-Fi, so people can't hack these. So how I feel about this is this. If a crime happens in my neighborhood, especially close enough to my house that my Ring camera picks it up, then hell yeah, you need to get this to the police. As a matter of fact, you lucky I'll probably give it to the police before Ring does, to be honest with you. If I'm looking at my camera, which I look at every time that notification go off, I'm giving the footage to the police. You ain't even gotta ask for it. So I don't even see why we trying to make it seem like we don't want this. If a crime is happening near your home, or somebody stealing something off of your porch, a package, you want the police to be notified. Why are we playing like that? Why are we playing like that? So anyway, I don't necessarily agree with their decision saying we're not allowing the police. You're giving it to the police anyway, and it's just public relations. Ring, Doorbell, and all these other doorbells, if you own it, give it to the police. Just give it up. Let anybody watch it. That's just what I think. Unless it's inside your house. It's only on the outside. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. I think that's pretty much all that we have is in regards to popular topics, at least. So we're about to make our way up out of here. Yeah, let me get up out of here. But first, let me do this real quick. Thinking out loud. I was just recently had this conversation with my girl. I'm like, all right, baby, it's time to eat. What do you want to eat? I'm a picky eater. So, my gesture is, hey, whatever you want to eat. You want to eat seafood? I don't eat seafood. We can go to a seafood spot. I'll find something to eat, or I'll watch you eat. Or, whatever the case, I'm just giving her, fellas, we be trying to get them the option. And then they either take all day or act like they don't know, or they be like, you choose. If I choose, you gonna be eating in this bitch regardless, bro. I don't care if you don't like it or whatever, because by myself, I can eat a 4 for $4, a hot and ready, a $5 foot long. So if I choose, and I'm a picky eater, you gonna be eating it regardless. So that's why me and all men, we try to get a women. Go ahead and make the decision. Because if I make the decision, it's either gonna be something cheap and quick, or it's gonna be something that just I like. And you gonna have to eat it too. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, man. 313-466-4386. But we about to get up out of here right now. So do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIW. KCMC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at KIWKC. That's just the abbreviations for Kick It with KCMC. Show some love to my sponsor too, man. Team Elite. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and check out they premium urban wear, man. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Yeah, you got this far in the video. I appreciate you for showing up and showing love, man. For the free, you can really support. Hit that like button. Subscribe also. Hit that subscribe. Hit the alert so you know when we're going live. And if you got a couple dollars, you can donate to the show so we can grow. We got the Cash App right here. Also, show some love for the free for. Make sure you also check out my singles, Juice and Hands and Knees, featuring my dog, Techmatic. It's all in the description below. We got links to our stories in the description below. Check out Talk, the other show on Kick It. The other show on Creative Content Media Curation. We got that. More shows coming also. So just make sure you do all that. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We about to get up out of here. See?